Agile Marketing Software. As at 2017, when I published my first book, there was not a lot of Agile Marketing software. And fast forward to 2019 towards 2020, a lot of Agile software has come up and they claim to be Agile Marketing software. It's the same thing as the MarTech stack, the marketing technology landscape by Scott Brinker. You have more than 5,000 software claiming to do different things. The same thing is applicable to Agile Marketing software. Most tools, in my experience, were created for Agile in the context of IT, and the same type of methodology and features and functionality is being adapted to marketing. First, there are two types of Agile Marketing software. Number one, most important part, which can only be done online, is the file management, when you have to work with different teams and share different files. Atlassian, Confluence, and Jira are tools that has been very, very successful with IT software teams. But I've seen marketing teams use this type of tool, and I've worked on a few website redesign projects in the context of marketing that we use this tool, especially for heavy files and confidential information as well. Another tool is Trello. Trello is very, very basic. It depends on how you use it. And there's always this phrase that I hear a lot. People say, a fool with a tool is still a fool. So what I'm trying to say here is, if you have an Agile Marketing software, but you don't have a very good marketing strategy or a very good team spirit, psychological safety, team culture, this tool would just be like any other thing. It won't help you. It would even slow you down. For me, the best tool I've ever used in the context of Agile Marketing was Microsoft VSTS. That's what it was called around 2017. It's called VSTS at the time. I think it's now called Actual DevOps. This tool was sweet. It had enterprise Kanban functionality, collaboration between multiple teams, workflow management. In the context of marketing, this tool is magical, but like every other tool, it was created for IT, but you just need to be able to adapt it. Another tool, classification, is the communication and collaboration tool. And I've worked with teams that use Slack. Slack can be very, very good, but it can also be distracting. So there needs to be discipline with the use of Slack, especially when you don't have co-located teams. So if you have teams working in different regions, different time zones, you can create your own subgroups and have even your stand-ups and your daily meeting and your conversations through Slack. And also the video conferencing tool. So in situations where you're doing your daily meetings, when you don't have everybody co-located, most people can then dial in through Zoom or GoToMeeting or Skype for Business. So these are the tools that Agile Marketing teams use. There are quite a few other tools out there, but these are the ones that I kind of highlighted. But one thing I just want to highlight again is, if you have a co-located team, you don't need these tools, because one of the principles and the values of Agile is face-to-face communication is the best form of communication. And in situations where you can do face-to-face, I strongly recommend video conferencing where you can see the person. I recommend that everyone dialing in must switch on their video so you can see them and see their body language, because more than 70% of communication is through non-verbal cues, non-verbal communication. Again, the Kanban board, the physical Kanban board, is a lot better than this online tool because it serves as information radiator for people walking by, and it's physical, and that's where everyone has their meetings. So I've worked with teams where we use a combination of software, we use a combination of tools like Trello and a physical Kanban board. The final recommendation is it depends on your team. If you have any question on how to configure Trello, VSTS, Atlassian, and other agile marketing software to meet your team's structure and way of working, drop me an email and I'll do my best to reply with some real life recommendations. Thank you very much and stay agile.